My son's mom moved her and my son in with her boyfriend, yet she's upset with me that I took my son to the park with my girlfriend. Can she keep my son from me over this? I'm Tulsa attorney James Wirth, and that is the question that we have. This kind of triggers what we a lot of times refer in law as a no overnight gets provision or no introduction to significant others provision. It's common in Oklahoma family law courts when an order is entered, if either party requests it, the court would likely grant it, which sets rules for when is it appropriate to introduce your child to a significant other, when is it appropriate to have a guest overnight of the opposite sex. If you have provisions in your decree, in your court order for that, then obviously you want to follow those. But if you don't, then there's no set rules on it. So it's something that you guys have to either see if you can reach an agreement on or take it to the judge as an issue in your court case. So, one, courts, when we're talking about custody issues, family law, it's all about the best interest of the child. The court is looking at it from the child's point of view and what is best for the child. So introducing a child to a significant other too soon is generally considered to be poor parenting behavior. If you're introducing too soon, then that means maybe this relationship won't last. And this week it's one guy, next week it's another guy. Same thing, this week it's one girlfriend, next week it's another girlfriend. The court has a lot of concern for that, which is why if it is requested to have one of these provisions, most of the time the judge will grant it. But if there's nothing in place like that, then what do? Well, just like anything else, you present it to the judge at the appropriate time and place for a temporary order hearing or for a final trial where you present it as what is in the best interest of the child. Obviously, completely cutting off dad from visitation, it's talking about here, most of the time the court's going to consider that not to be in the best interest of the child. In fact, we have an Oklahoma statute specifically for enforcing visitation, which has a quick set to a hearing on it. It's supposed to be heard within 21 days of the time when you file that or order to mediation within that time. So if she's denying your visitation, you want to file a motion to enforce that visitation if there's a court order. If there's not a court order, then you want to get into court as quickly as possible to establish a set schedule. And in addition to the motion to enforce, you can also do a contempt citation. She could potentially be thrown in jail for violating the court's order if there is a order in place and for visitation and she's not allowing visitation. And then the burden would be on her to show that because you introduced the child to mom, that's somehow a basis to deny you visitation. That's probably not going to work. The court's not going to necessarily be happy you introduced the child to girlfriend if it was done too early, or definitely if it was done in violation of a court order. But is that enough to say that you're a potential danger to the child to have no visitation? Probably not. We want to look at the facts and circumstances. Now, taking the child to a park with the girlfriend is obviously much less significant than moving in with boyfriend. So what she's doing sounds way more significant. So it sounds like that you've got more arguments to be made, but also it's about these individuals. What do we know about boyfriend? What do we know about your girlfriend? Is either one of those parties a potential danger to the child? Do they have, criminal backgrounds? Do they have drug issue, alcohol issues? What are the circumstances there? There's a lot of facts to delve out. But the important thing to note is that the court's going to look at it from the point of view of what's in the best interest of the child. You've got the arguments you're going to make, they've got the arguments that they're going to make, and the court's going to make a decision based on that. But these are very fact-intense circumstances, so you're not just going to want to take information from a video. You are going to want to talk to an attorney privately and confidentially, get all the details out there to formulate a legal opinion that is actionable and strategic for your circumstances. To get an appointment scheduled with a lawyer at my office, you can go online to makelaweasy.com.